the pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the HVRL Maverick Cup Series Throwback 225, live from the Rockingham Speedway here in Rockingham, North Carolina. We're so glad you joined us here tonight for 138 laps of high throttle, fuel, intense, crazy, amazing racing action. Those were all the adjectives that you see in every racing advert across the world. Hello and welcome, folks. My name is Joe Twancy. Join me up here in the booth tonight, the one and only co-hostess with the mostest, Mr. Ricky Collette. Ricky, welcome back to the Maverick booth, buddy.
Joe, it's great to be back here tonight for Maverick Night in America. Gonna have a fun time here at Rockingham. Rockingham, always a fun track. Anytime we come here with any league, always have a fun time. The old, sort of, kinda-ish mile, 1.3 mile, 1.017 miles, D-shaped oval is the distance. So a little over a mile. This track's fun, it's fast, it's very banked. There's a lot of braking involved, a lot of turning of the wheel, and hopefully there's a lot of lines involved there. I see a lot of guys kind of maneuvering around tonight, trying to explore all the avenues to race here. Hopefully we get some multi-groove racing, but should be a fun one tonight.
It's always a fear with fixed setup, right, is the fact that everyone's running the same thing, so these drivers tend to all run the same line, but tonight, already in practice, getting an indication that there might be a little bit of variety on where these guys are going to be running the quickest around this racetrack. Still, the bottom going to be the quickest, Ricky, but tire wear at Rockingham always plays a key factor.
Tire wear always plays a key factor at Rockingham. This place is like a blender, cheese grater on tires. And these guys will probably be racing the tires tonight more than they're going to be racing that fuel run.
Racing the tires? Goodyear tires here on these stock cars here tonight, except for one. I think one's got General tires. It's 23. Tom Musa back behind the wheel of that car here this evening. See, they're wrecking all over the place right now. Jack Healy back behind the wheel of the 73 here tonight. There you see that Dodge Dart. Got a throwback to the car that he ran last year and a throwback to Steven Merzlak's car from Phoenix 1 year ago. See Xavier Brown behind him in the 30 car has got a throwback 1987 Marlboro cars. Michael Waltrip just got flipped going down into turn 3. It's OBMK. Todd Wilson, of course, the Denny Hamlin throwback there on the 18 that he's been running every week. Jack Healy is a menace still. Kate Dorsey there in the 6. Cade Welty in the 97. The Sharpie car. Talked about that one last week. Folks, again, I can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN, the JoeTowNetwork. Again, clicking that like button, especially early in these streams, really helps bring in more folks while we're watching here tonight. starts getting this live stream recommended to folks as they're perusing YouTube on a Tuesday night. So we'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. If you'd feel so inclined, it's completely free to do. We're not charging you to do it. YouTube isn't charging you to do it. It just really does help us out. So please make sure you click that like button. Make sure you're subscribed too. That's, again, another big help here on these streams. And as always, though, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. Make sure you say hello, too. I'm asking you to do a lot here in the open, but, again, as always, can't thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN on a Tuesday night for Maverick Night in America. This is America's Maverick Night, Ricky.
This is a Maverick Night in America, indeed, Joe.
Indeed. Oh. Well, you're not supposed to see that at home, but you did. The feeling we might see a full server restart here, Ricky. Trying to get everyone into their throwbacks for this evening. Maybe not. Might be okay. Oh, man.
They're qualifying here right now, Joe.
Qualifying?
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 Joeifying?
Whoa. Wait.
What'd you do, Joe? You're
hey,
qualifying.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute there. Wait a minute there. Let's go ahead and get a word with our friends with AutoSim 2 while we're qualifying. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because AutoSim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim 2's Sim mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in owner mode, where you decide who drives your cars, and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. And again, folks, AutoSim 2 is now available for purchase on Steam for $9.99. You can go check it out now. Again, AutoSim 2 now available on Steam for $9.99. Again, qualifying underway here from Rockingham. You'll start to see those times trickle across the top of your screens at home.
Drivers, to your cars.
Once again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN here this evening. Xavier says, how about we do a throwback? We have a throwback logo. We didn't break it out tonight. Apologies.
Yo, we have a throwback? Would you call it a Joe back?
Ricky, I about threw my back out this weekend, so...
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And 46 cars still not showing up. Awesome. All right, Ricky, well, why don't you take us through tonight's...
I do not have it either. So, starting lineup here from Rockingham Speedway in Rockingham, Long Pond, Pennsylvania. here in the sunny state of Milwaukee mile, starting on pole at a time of 21.433 seconds in the 97 car is going to be Mr. Cade Welty. And joining him on the front row in the outside spot, 21.547 lap time is going to be the 6th car of Tate Dorsey. Keith Hughes in the 82 car will be rolling off with the 3rd position, and coming off from 4th spot is the 35 machine of Mike Carroll. From spot number 5, the 23 car of Tom Musa will take up that position, and in spot number 6, outside line, will be the 99 car of Aaron Hall. Sean Dotson in car number 75 will be starting from spot number 7, and Greg Shetner in the 46 will be starting from the 8th position. Rolling off from spot number 9 in car number 13 is going to be Samuel Cruz, and rounding out the top 10 tonight in car number 15 is going to be Fabian McKay. Todd Wilson in the 18 car will be starting from the 11th spot. 12th spot will be the 30 car piloted by Xavier Brown. Jason Dady in the 51 car will be starting from the 13th spot. 14th position goes to the 27 car of Mark Snyder. Ben Snyder in the 22 will be starting for the 15th spot. And rounding out the field, didn't take a time in qualifying, in car number 73 is going to be Mr. Jack Healy. And that's going to be your starting lineup for tonight's race at Rockingham, Joe. 16 cars, 16 potential winners here tonight. Talked about a fixed setup. It's gonna be a wild one here. If those multi lanes work, it's gonna be a lot of maneuvering around the store, and you see the 99 and the 15 kind of already experimenting with it while they're under practice here. But track's looking racy out there, Joe.
I think so, Ricky, and I think that's going to make a fun race for us here tonight. Got a bunch of throwbacks out there as well. And apologies on the 46, but neither of us have it, unfortunately. Talked about 15. It's Michael Waltrip throwback there to the Napa Chevrolet that Mikey drove in 2001. Versus that Daytona 500 that year. Talked about Todd Wilson. Mark Snyder throwing it back to when he got behind the wheel of one of those stock cars at one of the NASCAR Racing Experience events. Good looking number 27 Kia. Now, Ricky, I believe you're a historian when it comes to paint schemes. What's a 35?
35 is...
I know we got Mike Carroll in that.
I think he's just running his own car.
Okay, well, it looks really good. Can the paint scheme of the night not be a throwback here this evening?
Well, I guess we can't really make that determination. That would have to go to the people at home.
Okay. Is that our JTN fan poll?
Yes.
All right, let's get it.
I figured that was going to be our fan poll. Why wouldn't it be? It's throwback night.
Hey, Dorsey correcting us. It's a IMSA car / Mike's first car over at MOT.
Ah.
I'm still going to ask the question, though, because it's applicable. Of course, a couple NASCAR teams getting updates for the 46. It's a Mark Green Timberwolf 1998 throwback. We just can't see it. That would have looked cool. You know, Greg was passing along some paint schemes to us in JTN Central. We're looking pretty good for coming back here to the Maverick Cup Series. Tom Musa again back behind the wheel of the 23 this week. Mentioned that. It's had a couple very strong runs behind the wheel of this car. Sounded like he was maybe going to be stepping back behind the wheel of the 04 when Roger would have been back this week, but still no Roger Nebelsack. Talked about Jack Healy back. There's Xavier Brown's throwbacks. Got that 2024 Mustang as well. So in the newest car out there on track is Xavier Brown. Xavier Brown. Keith Hughes throwing it back to his paint scheme that he's run all season. That's pretty cool. Pete Dorsey in the 6th here this evening, the Valvoline car. This one based on his scheme from 2 weeks ago, Kurt Busch style. Tate always the comedian. We got your eyes on tonight, Ricky.
I don't know, Joe. Who do I got my eyes on tonight? Hey, I think we haven't... This 97 to Welty. I think it was the first pole we've seen from him at Maverick. I think that 97 will be one to keep an eye out for tonight. Having that good qualifying run really kind of had a pretty considerable spread on the rest of the field there, about 10 faster than everyone. So I would say keep an eye out on that 97, our pole sitter here.
You're not going to be able to run those qualifying laps all night long, so making sure that as a driver you're aware of that. That'll play a crucial role in how well the race for this 97 and Cade Welty goes here this evening. Ricky, you do anything fun this week?
No, not really.
We're kind of boring up here in the booth tonight.
Always is.
Wow.
Just match with you.
That hurt.
I'll be going to race here in about 30 seconds, Joe.
Oh.
So hopefully we'll be able to spice things up here when we get going green.
Healy just smoked the wall. Gonna smoke another wall. Still in the wall. Got the 51 tonight, the Ferrari. It's a Ferrari. Good looking car for Jason Dady here this evening. Yep, there you go, Tate. Do it, I don't care. Oh, Xavier. I need to go back on the ambulance, buddy. Oh. Oh, we're wrecking. Why do these drivers wreck their cars here at the end of happy hour, Ricky? Can you explain that phenomenon?
It's funny.
Matt, be quiet. He's throwing it back to Chevy's reveal of the Chevrolet SS. Car's being pushed to the grid as we wait the command to get engines fired here from Rockingham.
Your engines.
As we get the command and engines are fired, we'll roll off a pit lane here. You also see Benjamin Snyder. Didn't get to see that 22 car there in happy hour, but Ben's got the LRG Ward Burton throwback here tonight. It's going to be Cade Welty, though, in the number 97. Sharpie forward, rolling off on the pole with Tate Dorsey to the outside. Then Keith Hughes and Mike Carroll. Tom Musa, Aaron Hall, Sean Dotson, Greg Shetner, Samuel Cruz, and Fovia MK, your top 10. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We're Matt's favorite and our broadcasters.
Hey!
Look at that.
We're famous.
We're someone's favorite, at least. Dodge Charger pace car is in. Welty with control. Down and away we go. Green flag are underway here on the Throwback 225 from Rockingham. Already a couple cars up in the loose stuff off of turn number 2. We navigate through that first set of corners with relative ease. Top 4 all single file down into turns 3. First battle, see Shetner up high. Going to have MK looking to the inside in the 15. Dotson with a big moment off of turn 4. Was able to save the car. Wilson goes screaming on by in the 18. Last week's winner. Goes the 15 to the inside of the 46. They'll be side by side for position now down the back straightaway into turn 3.
It looks like they kind of clear out a little bit, but you see the 46 and the 15 still side by side here racing around. That's going to be for the 8th spot here, Joe. 7th spot, excuse me.
So they're going to be side by side. Got a little smoke up in front. Someone got loose. See Tom Musa way up the track. Aaron Hall making that pass there on Mike Carroll. Got one car in the wall off of turn number 2. It looked like Benjamin Snyder in the 22. Here comes Keith Hughes to the outside of Tate Dorsey. These two don't get along. Keith, though, going to take the spot going down into turns 1 and 2. Cade Welty, though, is gone. Hughes now through for second. Aaron Hall squeezing the 15 of MK down to the bottom. MK gets a little loose there. Clips the apron. Going to lose a lot of momentum this time off a turn.
Wide here for position. Jack Healy gets split in the middle. Has to check up hard. These guys go flying around him. Healy down to the inside wall, Joe.
Oh, he clips Mark Snyder. Caution going to be out for the first time tonight.
I think something wrong with that 73 car, Joe. You can see it. It looks like the wheels are just cocked to the left. Yeah, they're trying to roll on by, but I think Healy's trying to fix that. That's definitely looks like a wheel issue. And you can see it in the replay here when he is going down the front straightaway. The car just snaps to the left. Jack
I mean, he knows he has a problem.
Very unfortunate for the 73 team.
He realizes he has a problem. That's why he got split in the middle, and then, yeah, as you said, just turns to the left, clips Mark Snyder in the 27, who gets in contact with the outside wall, but brings out our first caution of the night for the 73 Jack Healy, who will be out of this race. HVRL Tom Musa both staying out. All right. So, update for the 73. Wheel and pedals died. Very unfortunate. But, Ricky, we reset here. We reset. Now that you've gotten some laps under your belt, what, do you play this restart any differently? Do you play how you start to try to get this run started any differently?
Well, Joe, those cold tires are definitely going to kind of kill you a little bit. This track isn't as bad as some tracks, like say maybe like a Richmond or Phoenix, but your cold tires definitely hurt a little bit here, and riding around under caution is exactly how you get those tires nice and chilly.
Musa comes down pit lane. Mark Snyder going to be out in front for this restart with Benjamin Snyder to the inside. And Welty, Keith Hughes on row number 2. Aaron Hall, Tate Dorsey, Todd Wilson, Phobia MK. As the 22 and 27 will lead us back to green, come to lap 10 of 138. Full tires out in front, Ricky. This thing might get a little messy.
Gonna get messy, Joe, coming back here. They going this time? Looks like it. Green flag. Ben Snyder has the lead. Mark Snyder in second. Everyone's scrambling. 97 and 22 get together. 22 gets into the outside wall.
Oh, 22 another.
Gets a 15, but they stay straight.
Well, that went better than expected.
I'm glad nobody walked away with that, you know, wrecked, but if I'm that 97, I'm fuming right now.
Oh, yeah? Gonna look at it if and when things get calmed down here. They're still side by side here. Keith Hughes going on by Todd Wilson. Now Welty looking to get to the outside of the 18. Gotta be careful not to drive too angry here. You don't need to burn your stuff off. As we're going to go 3 wide per second for a moment there through turn 2. Things got a little close. Keith Hughes prevails down the back straightaway, but Wilson still trying to get to the inside here off of turn number 4. Hughes with momentum on the outside. You can see those 2 different lines and approaches playing dividends for each driver in their certain respects. I think Todd Wilson wanted to clear up in front of the 97, wasn't able to do so. Welty. Persistence pays off, and now dives to the inside, looking for second here. Keith Hughes up high in that Honda Accord. Welty with an easy pass. He'll move up into second. Let's get a replay what happened there on the restart, because as you said, Ricky, things got hectic, they got messy, they got crazy really, really quickly.
They got really crazy here, Joe. Things are starting to filter out a little bit, but those guys are all over the place.
Here's what happened on the restart. Benjamin Snyder makes contact, drifts up the track into Cade Welty, puts the 97 in the wall. That really derailed the momentum of the pole sitter, who had led every lap in that opening stint, and now looks to try to regain that lead here as he's hunting down Aaron Hall in the 99. Hall shifting, too. Todd Wilson still trying to find a way around Keith Hughes for third. These two have been locked in a battle. Wilson prevails. He'll pull up into third. Hughes will have to try to remount a charge. 82 really insisted on running that outside line. Right now, Ricky, I'm starting to wonder if that's hurting him.
Well, yeah, I think right now we'll see, because you see that 15 getting closer. I'm starting to think maybe you're right, Joe. Maybe just he's just not navigating it exactly the right way to get the biggest run around the track. 97 to Welty coming up on the 22 car, put that car a lap down. Here comes the 99. This 22's crowding them. Welty goes to the inside. 99 goes to the inside. Aaron Hall, so they clear. Ooh, 22 into the outside wall.
And Wilson going to try to get to the outside now. Snyder.
Oh, 82 gets hung up there, gets around that car.
Oh, he's in the wall
the
again.
Outside wall. Collects the 46, Joe. They're going around. 22's flipping on the front straightaway.
Caution. Going to be out here for the second time tonight as Benjamin Snyder goes for a tumble. In the live reality games Kia, he will be out of this race.
That's a long one there, Joe.
That wasn't the big one, it was the long one. What happens with 13 of Cruz?
Everyone coming down on pit road here, Joe. I think there are enough laps out there that everyone just wants to get those 4 tires in fuel.
Did you notice someone's face is just in the grass?
I did not.
I don't know who that is. Ward Burton, though. Benjamin Snyder out of this race. Be prepared to get a little dizzy as we go on the board with the visor cam. Welty wins the race off pit road once again. Looks like the rest of the cars that didn't pit have now pitted. Ricky, you got a good Ward Burton impression?
Cascade steel over. Wait, he couldn't say it right. That was a thing. I can't do it.
Just say water here.
Has the cat skid steer loaders. I can't do it. I can't like butcher it, but also kind of get it close.
Mm-hmm. It's just Hannah's face. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. I'm not good with faces. Our Daytona winner making an appearance, despite not being out there on track. This might have been an MOT track.
We doubled up here, getting ready to go back green, Joe. The 97 car Welty still leads. Keith Hughes in second. Third spot goes Aaron Hall. Fourth is Todd Wilson. Round out top five. East can be the 15 car McKay.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Am I ready?
I don't know. Take us back.
Ah, okay. Coming back to green. 97 car gonna be leading us back. Gets a green flag. We are back racing here. Lap 26 of 138 of tonight's event.
Welty able to prevail there on the restart to allow Aaron Hall to get to the inside, and that Powerade Ford, the superior sports strength there, goes through to second. Battle is on third with MK to the inside of Hughes. Things get sorted out there. Everyone going to get single file here this restart. Keith Hughes, though, still adamant about running about a lane and a half higher, Ricky.
Keith's thinking that there's something up there, Joe, which I don't
I'm not
early
one
in the race. I'm not knocking that.
No,
honestly.
I'm not one to disagree.
Trying
I'm just
that to see if you can figure out where those runs come from. You see the 18 get to the inside of them. I don't want to lose too much time. The thing is, it doesn't seem like it's been letting him make any headway. But it is good for defending, because you see the 18 can't get the run that he needs off the turn. Todd Wilson can't because he doesn't have the rest of the track to move. He has to stay in that low line. Rockingham's one of those tracks where you definitely want to let the car kind of track up the, move up the track a little bit to keep that momentum, keep the front tires from scrubbing. But Keith Hughes running that high line, it kind of keeps that guy on the bottom pinned down so they can't really get on by. Interesting how it's working for Keith right now, but I think there's a method to the madness here, Joe.
there's always a method to Keith's madness. Further back, you got a cluster here. Tate Dorsey trying to work his way back up towards the front of the field in the number 6. Got past Cruz there. Gonna look to the inside of Brown off of turn number 4. I think Xavier's got one of the best throwbacks out there, at least one of the throwbacks with the most historical impact.
And just as you say that, Joe, he bounced off the wall.
Yeah, he did. So we're going to go back up front because we got a battle here for the 4th spot. Sean Dotson to the inside of Keith Hughes. I'm sorry, for the 5th spot, rather. Dotson going to go ahead and move on through.
Joe?
Are we under caution?
No, but the boys have a Mark Snyder flip 2 or 3 laps ago, and there was no caution for it.
Well, now we're under caution. I don't know how that happened.
I am completely at a loss.
How did he flip?
It's like he hit the apron and it just grip flipped. I have never seen that happen, Joe.
Someone with a physics degree could explain that to us. That'd be great.
Mark Schneider's on pit road. They're putting tires on it, so the 27 car... Oh, now they are under caution, yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's pertaining to that particular incident.
I would think so. That's what I'm rolling with, at least.
What a bizarre roll.
How have these guys lost so much time? I don't know. Leaders all down on pit lane. So we've had 2 flips tonight. Both Snyders have flipped, father and son. I didn't have that on my bingo card for Rockingham tonight. Did you?
No, but I usually walk into an NR race, excuse me, expecting somebody to flip, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nature of the beast. Tate Dorsey gets a really good pit stop. I don't know if he took 2 tires or he took 4, Joe, but he got out in front of everyone.
You did take 2. So big swing to try to get some track position back for Tate Dorsey. It'll put him out in front of the field. Most likely going to need a quick caution, because we know the tire wear is pretty immense here.
Well, I guess Tate Dorsey's going to show us I guess a little science experiment here, what 2 tires does to a Rockingham individual.
I got a science experiment for the folks at home.
What?
That they can do. They can hit that like button. See what it does. You know? What do you think hitting the like button does, Ricky?
Is this like one of those hypotheticals that's like if you press a button, somebody else will die?
No, but that is something I didn't think about.
But you get $1 million.
You might.
And now, Joe, prevailing opinion in chat, 60 to 40% split. Best paint scheme has to be a throwback. Is what the current standing is right now.
Oh, we're going back green here. Coming to lap 39 of 138. 100 laps to go from Rockingham. Dorsey with control. Green flag. We're back underway.
Okay, keeping that inside line protected on those 2 tires. We'll see if this 97 can get on by them. They're side by side coming down the back straightaway here. Going to come into turn 3. That grip should make itself very evident right now. Dorsey trying to hang on, but he gets a little bit sideways trying to hang on to that 97. 97 gets back to the lead.
Now, if you're Tate, you want to just try to stay within the top 5, because that would be an improvement on where you were running. Here comes Hall to the inside. 99 looking for the second spot. Dorsey on the outside trying to hold on with only 2 new Goodyear tires on that Ford. 2 Fords side by side for a second as they try to chase down the leaders. There's contact, and Dorsey's going to go around here. MK involved. Caution going to come out. Contact.
Keep it off the wall, T. All right, I got it.
Little smooch.
Very gentle though. So, Joe,
About that 2 tires.
2 tires. About that.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. To be fair, Tate Dorsey didn't do anything wrong there. He was holding his line. The 99 on the bottom just grabbed the apron just a hair, just a skosh, and it upset that 99 car, sent it flying up the turn, and nowhere for Tate to go.
Tate's about to hold a grudge, isn't he?
Maybe.
I think so. I think it's what Matt's kind of alluding at. Allude. Not a nude. Upcoming races here on JTN, presented by TWB Technologies and SchemeHaven.com. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series this Thursday night from Darlington. Coverage kicking off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's the Gordon McCulloch Tribute from Daytona, Saturday at 4. And next Thursday night, the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from North Wilkesboro. Coverage begins 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races and much, much more, of course, will be live right here only on JTN. Shenanigans for pit road, some split decisions.
What opinions indeed. I would have to think that these guys are going to come down. That this is going to benefit them. We don't run a ton of laps out there, but the tire wear matters, Joe. And I think that's going to be evident for these guys a couple laps out there.
It'll be interesting to see. MK was involved in that incident too, and he stays out in the 15. Got 26 folks currently tuned in. Thank you. Welcome to JCN. Make sure, if this is your first time stopping by, you hit that subscribe button, because we got a great back catalog of races and a bunch of great races coming up here throughout the rest of the month, throughout the rest of the year, really. Racing most Tuesdays, most Thursdays, and then a bunch of other dates sprinkled in at night. So if you need some of that racing fix, you can tune in here to JTN. Also got a great back catalog of races for different sim racing NR 2003 leagues across the web that you can check out. It's Cade Welty, though, currently with the lead. Todd Wilson there to the outside, the number 18, FOVMK. Greg Shetner and Jason Day to your top 5. As we get ready to restart here, coming to lap 45 of 138. Also, make sure you drop a like on the video, because that is much appreciated. Welty with control for the restart. Green flag. We're back underway.
Welty got a pretty good jump there, Joe. Pretty much cleared Todd Wilson, took off with it. So 3-car chase here with McKay in the 4th spot there. And as I say that, McKay disappears. And McKay's back.
Hopefully he doesn't go, he's back and he's gone, he's back and he's gone, he's back and he's gone.
Keep an eye out from, I'm not sure, Mike Carroll. Did Mike Carroll pit last time?
I don't think so.
Keep an eye out from that 82 Keith Hughes on back, because this is all the guys that pitted for tires there. this little cluster of 4 as they're all almost 3 wide there. Next to each other pretty hard. Sean Dodson right to the inside of the 82. But keep an eye out for these guys because they all took tires. They're going to have a few laps fresher rubber than everyone else. So theoretically, if they don't wreck each other first... Oh, you see the 15 slow there.
Going down pit lane.
I think there's a reason for that, Joe.
I don't know. Move everyone up a spot out on the racetrack.
Oh my goodness, they are just slicing and dicing. They're cruising the 82 of Hughes all over each other. Talk about Welty leading right now. Tip of the cap to Greg Shetner, who's gone up to that second position in that 46 car. Has slowly been moving his way through the field and now is making a presence up in the lead here. Right now, though, Welty has about a 1.7 second lead.
And really, all the racing's back here on the fringe of the top 5. Where did you say anything about Todd Wilson? Because I don't see him out there on track anymore.
What?
Yes.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He's gone. Aaron Hall getting by Keith
Hughes.
Yeah,
looks like he just blinked out and fell through, Joe. He just said came through the horn that he fell through.
Oh.
So maybe he'll be back. We'll see. Oh, Greg Shatner got the wall pretty good there coming off of turn 2.
I think Todd might be done for the night. Another one bites the dust. Aaron Hall to the inside of Mike Carroll looking for that spot. He'll take over third. Greg Shetner is still trying to knock down the wall off of turn number 2. Goes Keith Hughes on by Carroll. Still Cade Welty, though, out in front in the number 97. He can kind of start to set a pace here. Got a decent enough gap back to cars with fresher tires. How important is it as the leader on one of these tracks where there's a lot of tire wear to be the one that sets the pace? As Shetner is just out of control right now. He's going around. He's coming back up the track.
Oh, no!
Big wreck. Greg Shetner around here. Caution going to be out. Saw it live. See it again.
Yo, I definitely didn't have food in my mouth as that happened.
You got a good snack bar up here in the booth.
The height of professionalism.
No kidding.
Yeah, Greg Shetner just been clobbering that turn 2 wall past 2 times and looks like they finally spun the car around.
Ricky, as an elder statesman, what kind of advice do you give to driver number 46?
Stop hitting the wall.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got.
I know. Nothing else.
What would you say, Joe?
I think I'd echo what you said.
There's an echo in here?
Shut up. Everyone gonna come down pit lane. That was a crunchy chip, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Professionalism. Nate Dorsey wins the race off pit lane. He tried it again.
Was that the first one you heard, Joe?
What?
The chip?
I heard the chip, yeah.
All right.
Or the crisp.
Well, that's good, because I'm almost done with them. That was like one of my last ones. I don't get a chance to eat dinner until we're doing this broadcast, so I got to multitask.
Folks, if you like Ricky's chip eating noises, make sure you leave a comment in the chat. Say chip. If you don't like Ricky's chip noises, say Ricky. Again, that's chip if you like the chip noises, or Ricky if you don't like the chip noises. You say Ricky. Just Ricky. There we go, man.
What do we say if we don't like it? If you can't follow directions.
No, it's just probably the latency.
You're the latency.
You're late.
Your latency. Well, the bright side is I'm done with it now, so I'm no more chip noises tonight.
I'll just eat chips into the mic and blame it on you.
I'm actually surprised I was the only one that you heard. I was trying very hard to not accidentally chew them on the mic.
You know your microphone has a mute button on it, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to mute, but you're also asking me questions like mid-race. Like I kind of have to. I have to be able
so it's
to
my
answer
fault.
Questions.
Wait, so it's my fault that you're eating while we're broadcasting?
No. You know what I mean.
Folks,
I gotta be on it. I can't just leave
this
the
is
dead
why we
air.
can't have
Try to
unions.
sneak them in. I was trying to sneak them in when we had a moment.
This is why we
Until
can't
I had
have...
a mouthful of food when Greg Shetner spun there, but now we are clear. Now I am.
Teamsters, stay away from JTN. This is why we can't have a JTN
I
union.
I ride a very fine, ragged line of self-care, Joe, and I am thriving. And by that, I mean I had 5 hours of sleep last night. Help me. Coming back green here, Tate Dorsey back to the front here. As we were talking about, gonna be leading back a second time in a row. We'll see if second verse is same as first or better. Green flag here at Rockingham.
He's hoping it's a lot better because that 6 car went around after contact with the 99, sent him spinning through the front straightaway grass area. Dorsey, though, clear with the lead.
Now look at that. It's a 99 with him.
And there's the 99 on the bottom to the inside of Cade Welty. He's smoking the tires a little bit there on entry. He's clear for second.
27-15 make contact. 27 gets the outside wall. Keeps it straight, though. We stay green.
Still side by side for second. Dorsey way up the hill. He'll lose the lead.
Not yet, Joe. He's going to get a huge run here. Look at 3 wide right behind the 99 car. Did you see the 82 jump to the outside? Here comes Keith Hughes.
Oh no! Oh no!
7. Oh, there's a big wreck, Joe. 35 involved.
Oh no! Oh. Oh no.
Oh my word, Joe.
We shouldn't have said anything.
51. Jason Dady has exploded too.
We shouldn't
Good
have.
heavens.
We shouldn't have said anything.
We really shouldn't have said anything. Why'd you let me say that?
I didn't make you say anything, Ricky.
That's a very likely story. This one almost looks like a similar situation, Joe.
It very much does.
99, Aaron Hall gets right down on that paint, and he doesn't hit the apron this time, but if you look at the back end of that car, it looks like something upsets it there, the way that he hits a turn, and it just twitches and kind of glides up the track. I don't think Tate really moves down, but that's enough to send Tate full speed in the outside wall. 97 to Welty, nowhere to go on that.
Sometimes all you can say is, oh no.
I was talking about, though, that you kind of have to budget in for at least one flip during an NR race, because that 99 almost went.
Did you budget for like
air.
3? Because the 51 flipped.
Oh, did he?
Pretty sure.
I missed that.
We can go on board with them. We got a visor cam. The Ferrari visor cam with Jason Dady. He did like a corkscrew. go on board Mountain Ops on board with Keith Hughes. See, just bam. 97 and 99 gonna get taken out. Ugh. Oof. Ricky, I'm pretty sure that was the big one, and I don't think we're supposed to get those at Rockingham.
We are not supposed to get those at Rockingham now.
If you like Big Rex, click the like button. I'll make the rules. Actually, I do. Click the like button. It says, boy, these two tires get loose, just snaps around on you. Now, we saw the 6 car. He washed up high, right? Down in turn 1. That kind of is what got them side by side, but... I mean, I don't think that's anything to blame on Tate there for that incident. I don't think he's taking blame either, but...
So these guys have their old Paceroni, Joe, going to be coming back to the green here. 15 going to be leading. 15 really going to be leading? I guess he's going to be leading.
Is he the leader?
McKay's listed as a leader.
Okay, well then he's the leader.
I don't know where he got the lap. Did he ever... Well, he went down pit road. I guess he must have... I don't know.
I don't think he'd get all of his laps back.
Has a good car. Got a little bit of help here with these cautions to get the ship righted, I suppose. And be interesting to see how this race kind of changes now that we have a few guys out of the race. The 99's retired, the 51's retired, the 6 of Tate Dorsey's at the back, the 97's at the back. 97's been leading most of the race. So, gonna be a few guys mixing it up here. We'll see what they do. Bobby McKay and Tate and Keith Hughes, gonna be leading back here. Take us back, Joe.
MK with control here at the restart. Hughes to the outside. We're back rolling. Great flag once again here from Rockingham. 67 of 138. MK able to prevail there with the control on the restart. Older tires on the 15 as he stayed out.
He's going to try that high line again. Keith goes up the track and then comes back down, up, down, all around. Sean Dotson, a 13, a Cruz side by side here. Coming on the front straightaway. We'll see if they stay side by side. Coming into turn number 1, you see Cruz really throws it in deep on that high line. Dotson gets a run down low, though. Cruz going to try to use that momentum to get back alongside him. He's going to do it, but just can't make the pass up top there just yet. 35 grabbed the apron just a little bit, Joe. Mike Carroll.
MK is storming away with the lead right now in the 15. Welty to the inside of Cruz for the 4th spot. 97 trying to climb back up the ranks. He'll make the pass there off of turn number 4. Solidifies the spot inside of the top 5. Now does Cade Welty as he continues to try to get back to the lead that... Ricky, I don't think anyone's passed him for it here tonight.
Not sure either, Joe. But right now, look at this lead. Keith is starting to kind of mix up his line. He's using that low line to follow the 15 through 3 and 4. And you can see he gets a great run there, but then he uses the high line in 1 and 2. I think what Keith's doing here, he knows he can't follow the 15 through the turn just because he can't take that anywhere if he gets that run. So he's trying to take that high line to get the momentum and try to see if he can kind of set it up on the back straightaway. You see he gets to the inside of the 15 just a little bit here, try to get McKay to slip up, can't get it just yet. That 15 hangs on to the lead for another lap, 72-138. Just a little past halfway here, Joe. Second half of the race. What are you going to be looking for in the second half?
Ricky, I'm supposed to ask you the questions, not you. Ask me the questions, so I'm going to ask you the question. What are you looking for in the second half here, Ricky?
I'm going to be looking for me asking you the question of what are you going to be looking in the second half, Joe?
Ah, shoot. When are you going to ask that question?
Oh, Xavier Brown hard into the outside wall. Stays straight, but just absolutely clobbered the outside wall at the entry of 1.
The damage there on the right side of that number 30 car. That looks like one of the cartons you'd find on the side of the road, Ricky.
That is true. 82, Keith Hughes to the inside of the 15. 15 is going to try to use a high line to kind of hang on to this.
Okay, give a look to try to push that 82 through. Hughes to the lead in the number 82 Honda Accord. Now, Ken Welty in the 97 looking for the second spot here. Sean Dotson closing in on this battle as well in the 75.
And we know Welty's been good all night. Didn't really get a ton of damage in that wreck. He definitely got a good shot at the wall, but not a lot of nose damage or rear end damage. So I think that 97, not actually too worse. For where we got a car around at the top of the track, Joe. 46 and Greg Shetner. Goodness me, that's scared the heck out of me. Stay green, I guess. 97 to the inside the 15. 15 grabs the wall, but 97's going to get on by him here.
Welty through to the second spot.
Got her down on the inside wall. A lot of damage to that car. I think he just trying to limp it back. So everything starts to kind of filter out up here. Keith Hughes now finally has control of this race. Welty, though, is in that second spot, and he wants that lead back. He's definitely going to be hungry for it. McKay trying to hang on here with those that tire call. Doing a pretty good job of it as the 97 to Welty actually hits the outside wall. That's going to let McKay get back to the inside here. Look at that 15, throw it in deep, Joe. Completely leapfrog the 97. Welty going to have to charge back again here. He's going to go to the inside on the 15, coming into turn number 3. 15 kind of shuts the door on him. Pretty good racing, Joe. Cat. 56 Firestorm, I assume that's Shetner saying tire blown. Oh, 15 collects the wall, 97 almost gets into the back of him there.
A couple updates. Aaron Hall out of this race. Jason Beatty out of this race. I believe Greg Shetner now also out of this race in the 46. This race has quickly turned into one of attrition.
Definitely a race of attrition. Well, I mean, we already kind of figured Rockingham would be.
Now, what's the difference between attrition and nutrition?
Attrition is not dying. Nutrition is staying alive by eating. So I guess attrition and nutrition. No, because attrition is like when you give out, like how long until you give out. So I guess it doesn't really mean nutrition. 97 catches the outside wall. Sean Dotson going to try to take advantage of that. Welty had the good car here, Joe, in that 97. It looks like something's gone sour under that Sharpie machine. The car just hasn't been able to keep up with the 15s. Caught that wall a few times.
Ricky, did I swear?
Did you?
Our resident, whatever it's called, he said like 2 minutes ago I said something. So if someone could go back and tell me if I said a bad word. I don't think I did.
Did we swear?
Well, he said I swore.
Who said you swore?
Our resident, I don't know what it's called, like that does all like the ratings and stuff. Our friendly person, Mikey Murata, of course. You know him, you love him, the Melon Man, as it were.
Why did he say that?
He said I said it 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago?
Mikey, if you're watching, Steven confirmed it. I'm gonna need video evidence. If you could. Because I don't know what 2 minutes ago would be. I feel like I'm getting gaslit.
I think you're getting gaslit.
I believe one of the really cool things about, since we got up and over 1,000 subscribers here, so again, thank you folks at home for this. You can now clip our live streams while we're doing them and kind of do like the clips like you can on Twitch and other live stream platforms, so you can make little clips of stuff. So, yeah.
Well, we'll have to see if anyone gets that clip. Because I would be surprised by that, Joe, because I did not think you swore. And I would have definitely been the first one to be like, you swore!
That's what I'm saying.
Are you sure you weren't, like, pronouncing somebody's name and then you got cut off or something?
Shatner, maybe?
Maybe?
I don't know.
Coming up on 27 car of Mark Snyder, Keith Hughes is going to get onto the inside of the 27 machine.
We're so professional.
It's so professional. Fun game of Did Joe Swear? Make a little theme song for that.
Gonna go on by, as you said, Mark Snyder there in the 27. It's had a rough night, but again, a good looking paint scheme there. Talked about personal significance for Mark. It being a replica of a car that he got to drive as part of a NASCAR racing experience event. Kind of holding up these two.
Yeah, kind of getting held up behind Snyder here. You got him by him here, 27. Only a lap down right now, surprisingly, because Mark Snyder actually had to come down and get some repairs a while back.
Oh, contact!
13 of Cruz keeps it straight. Oh my goodness. Joe, I would be if that were me, I'd be if I was down there racing, I'd tell you I'd be wearing a brown fire suit. I wouldn't want anyone to know my reaction after the race, sitting behind the wheel. Some of the stuff going on out there.
Just want to clarify, I did not swear. So we have
They want me to swear? I can swear.
No, we don't want to swear.
I can swear.
Wild things just happened on the track. We do not need to swear.
What do you want me to say?
Kate Welty come down pit lane.
In chat. Tell me right now what swear you want me to say.
God.
Actually, you know what? Hang on. Tell me what swear you want me to say. But oh, never mind. 15 getting into the 30.
Did he? When?
15 Ks on pit road. I forgot the 15's a little bit off cycle from everyone.
What?
That was a... Oh, not even off cycle. Welty's down on pit road too, Joe. But that was almost famous last words there. Goodness. Oh, Tate Dorsey blew a right front tire, Joe. These guys are blowing tires.
Greg Shatner talked about losing a tire. Here's a replay of what happened to Tate. Watch this car take off. There it goes. Oh, I love Goodyear. And Goodyear loves me.
That ain't Goodyear. That's Rockingham. That's all. That is pure Rockingham. That is pure distilled rock. Hey, Dorsey saying, wait, we can swear on JTN.
No, Tate.
Tate from pit road saying, wait, we can swear on JTN. I gotta finish third.
No.
Got Dotson down on pit road. Mark Snyder also down. I like what James Sykes said, masticate. That's a good one.
What does that even mean?
I believe it means to chew. I think it's like a synonym for chewing.
Austin, my day was a day. We're just living them right now.
Now, Keith Hughes still out here, Joe. Hasn't taken tires yet. Hasn't come on down. Mike Carroll right behind him in the 35, same thing. We'll see how this works for them. You got to think that short pitting is going to be more beneficial. Keith has his hand out the window. You got to think short pitting is going to be beneficial for these guys out here, considering where the tire wear is. They've lost about a second and a half, close to 2 seconds here, as Keith is coming down pit road to get 4 tires and 2 cans of Go-Go Dinosaur juice. So, Tom Music coming down behind him.
As we've moved into this second half of the race, Ricky, right? We saw a first half that was chaotic. Multiple cautions, some big wrecks. Now we've moved into the second half. We've gone through this now as Keith Hughes makes his stop. We're going to go through this cycle of green flag pit stops. Some of these drivers, though, it's pretty apparent they're not going to be able to make it to the end. Not necessarily on fuel, but with those Goodyear Racing Eagles.
Yeah, and Joe, we've raced Rockingham before. You raced Rockingham. I've raced Rockingham. I think if I say it, you'll agree with me that you really can only save tires to so much of a degree at Rockingham. There is definitely like a point where you can be the most you can be as gingerly as possible with that steering wheel, and you're just barely gonna get within your fuel window with that thing hanging on. It's not an easy task here, so I don't think anyone's going to be able to make that tire last. I could be wrong, but we're also 138.98. We got about 40 laps to go here. Not 98. I was looking at the 27 car. We do have a little under 40 laps to go here. Do they have enough fuel to even begin with to make it to the end?
I'm thinking they might be able to make it. But it's just the tires. I would be so worried about the tires right now.
Mike Carroll down on pit road here, so we're kind of looking for this cycle. But Samuel Cruz, I think, is gonna come out the leader, Joe. Keith Hughes back in that 3rd spot, just by proxy of, well, not short pitting, but long pitting. I think Keith is probably gonna be the most beneficial.
Keith is probably the only one.
This whole situation because he pitted the latest.
If anyone can make it on fuel, Keith would be the only one I would think can.
Well, not even make it on fuel. I mean tires. Like, he's definitely got the freshest tires for, you know, he has to make those tires go the least amount of time compared to a lot of these guys.
But
which, maybe that's why Keith's been running that top so much, Joe, because you're not using as much wheel up there compared to cranking it down low, especially when the car tightens up.
Do you know wheel?
Do I know wheel? I know wheel. I don't know ARP. Do you know ARP? Tate Dorsey grabbing the apron just a little bit. Tate is a lap down right now, battling with the 13 car. Tate has incentive here, though, to be fighting with 13 here because he wants to get that lap back. But this is definitely beneficial for the 15. And you gotta think Keith's solving that a little further back. Coming up on the 35 of Mike Carroll. This 13 of Cruz gonna try to split the middle 3 wide here between the 2 lappers. Cruz clears them.
Now here comes
Mike
MK.
Carroll makes sure a lot of heads-up driving there, making sure to give those guys the room that they needed. Tate is not letting these guys get up high him. He knows.
Oh no!
Oh goodness, the 13 get together. That is gonna probably be a caution.
I would hope.
Trying to turn around here. Okay, turning around.
I would not be happy if I'm the 13. Because that is super frustrating. Here's the replay. Pow.
Joe,
oh, they're booing the 15 in chat right now.
Goodness.
Bam.
Joe, if I had a nickel for every time tonight that the leader's gotten wrecked, I think I would have, like, I'd have 15 cents.
That's just kind of weird that it happened that many times, isn't it?
Yeah, I think 15 cents. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. There's been 3 times the leader's been wrecked, right?
3 times?
I think it's 3 times. But that's definitely the 15. I think McKay was going for the middle there because he knew Tate was going to go down low. The 13 to Cruz was going to go keep his line and just got into him. I think everyone's going to pit here and obviously take 4 tires and Sunoco race fuel. Joe, is it Sunoco race fuel over here? We never really checked with these. You
just called it Dino Juice, so I thought it was Dino Juice fuel.
Thought
it was Sinclair.
Dino mustard.
Yeah, I thought it was Sinclair.
Spicy Dino apple juice.
Tate gets back on the lead lap with this caution, so that's an important thing to note too. He was able to hold it there with the leaders.
Yeah, and actually, to your point, getting his lap back, that doesn't even mean that he got the lucky dog. He physically stayed ahead of them and stayed on the lead lap, which is huge for that 16 because if he had gotten past and that had happened, he would have had to come down and when he came down, he would have had to go to the end of the longest line.
Yep, it's also a big deal for Xavier Brown, who will get a lap back.
I mean, I guess with this pack size, though, it's not really the longest line, and 6 probably isn't that far off from each other, so Tate maybe could have gone either way, but you know that's definitely a good morale boost there. They hung on to that lap.
Now does he take
Sean
2 tires
Dotson
here?
staying out here, Joe, in the 75 car.
I don't know if I like that.
I think Mike Carroll also staying out here in the 35.
Carroll's 2 laps down right now.
Huh?
Carroll was 2 laps down with that caution.
Oh, okay. Well,
Tate,
Sean Dodson did stay out.
Tate's saying it's time for 2 tires, so we're going to watch the 6. I don't think he's crazy enough to do it, because the first 2 times he's done it, he's gotten wrecked. Literally.
But will anyone else do it?
I don't... The only one I could see doing it is Keith in the 82, and he's taken 4.
Nope, Tate taking 4.
MK wins the race off pit lane.
82 off of pit road. Man, this is going to be... And Sean Dotson comes down. I don't know if that was by design. I don't know if Dotson was just trying to get that lap level, what that was. But 75 coming down this time. So, you know, is it MK or McKay? Have we ever had this discussion?
I've been saying MK.
Yeah, I keep saying McKay, but I also don't think that sounds right.
There's some Mondays the Thunder folks in chat. You can let us know.
Yeah, someone can let us know just so we're not
We don't care.
mispronouncing that. I don't want to.
We like being told when we're wrong because we like to learn from our mistakes.
School of butchering names.
It's
15 is also clutching it, so I don't know if that's MK. Okay, I'm seeing MK. I got 2 confirmations on MK.
And we've been saying phobia.
Okay, so I'll be saying
I assume
MK.
that's right too.
Which I wish I had known that at the start. I would have been saying it the whole time, Joe.
You have.
But you see that 15 is actually clutching it, so I'm thinking maybe this is where they're going to be like on the line, Joe.
Yeah.
Do we got any? Do we got any pit road reporters? Anyone we can get correspondence to about how long that fuel run is?
I don't know. Let's buzz the. You want to buzz the tower?
Hintity hint.
Honestly, if we were more professional, we wouldn't rely this much on chat. But we can't thank you folks enough at home enough.
If they're gonna text while driving,
40.
I'm gonna ask question. 40.
So we're good.
Keith is saying 40. Keith is saying 40 for tires. So that's Kate's saying 41. Yeah. So
course.
they'll be good to make it to the end here. I'm not really. Maybe the 15 just clutching just to have a goof.
Have a fun time.
Have a goof and gaff. I'm seeing 39 now. Matt is not getting good fuel mileage then.
Matt, it might be time to change your air filter.
But regardless, they'll be good to go here as we're coming back. MK going to be leading. The outside spot's going to be Keith using that 82 car 3rd spot. The 97 car Welty. Tom Musa in 4th. 5th going to be Tate Dorsey coming back here. Getting into the restart zone. Wait for that flag in the air, Joe. This one's going to be the wild one, I think. Green flag back in the air here from Rockingham.
Keith Hughes pulls right down in front of Cade Welty right after he crossed the line. Welty, though, gets to the inside. They'll be side by side for the second spot. 97 prevails. 82 falls back to third. Here comes Tate Dorsey to the inside of Tom Musa for fourth.
Tate's going to be coming with a huge head of steam. He knows he's got to go now. He's got to hit that boogie switch and start rolling. He clears Tom Musa for that position. Takes that fourth spot here. Going to be coming for these leaders.
Musa goes for the crossover down in turns 1 and 2. 23 on the inside of the 6 here off of turn number 2. Not able to get enough momentum. Dorsey rides the momentum on the outside as the battle for the lead going to start to heat up here, Ricky.
That is true, Joe. Welty's got the bottom. MK's got the top. They're side by side here, coming through the tri-oval, coming to the line here. 15 still leads that lap, but the 97 to Welty is right there. MK throws it in deep in that middle line, and you see how good that Napa car hooks up. Keeps that line there, keeps momentum, clears the 97. So Welty going to have to regroup here and try again. I'm noticing that, Joe, as Welty throws it in really deep there. Clears the 15. That's a good old crossover right there. Put Cade Welty back to the point here. 117 to 138. And we'll see if the 15 comes back. MK kind of stumbles up a little bit mid-corner there, and I think Welty's got that lead secured.
The Cade Welty goes back to the point here, working lap 117 of 138. 22 laps to go. Now 21 as we hit the line. OBMK there in second. Keith Hughes, Tom Musa, Tate Dorsey, your top 5.
15 grabs the wall just a little bit. 75 does as well. I'll have to keep an eye out for this because, so, Welty's been looking pretty good out there. But the problem is the last run he was pretty good, but then that car tightened up and he started bouncing off the wall and he lost about 2 spots just on track during that run. So, Welty's really got to make sure that he is keeping an eye on those tires, that right front, that he is not burning that out, trying to keep this lead. I know that's hard with the 15 of MK just rearing down on him. 15 staying pretty close with him. Tom Musa, though, getting to the inside of the 82, a little further back. 82 clears him, stays ahead. You see the 15 of MK going to the outside. 97 kind of slowed up a little bit. Joe, MK gets the wall, though. Everyone just bouncing off the wall.
Everyone trying everything they can to get as much speed, as much momentum up here in the late stages of this race. MK in second. Keith Hughes was challenging for a moment there through turns 3 and 4. Didn't get anything going in the 82. He'll slide back. Tom Musa trying to find a way around Keith Hughes. As Tate Dorsey's trying to find a way around Tom Musa as MK's into the wall again.
Keith Hughes is going to capitalize on this as 15 keeps doing that. Keith Hughes to the inside of the 15 of MK. You can tell that 15 car is getting tight. He is trying everything in his power to keep that 82 at bay. Keith knows he needs to get going here. I don't think he's going to cut that 15 too much slack. You see Tate Dorsey just absolutely ripping that high line to see if he can get something working up there. Keith Hughes gets to the middle, gets to the inside of MK, side by side with him. This is going to be for that second spot. Keith can't make the pass, though. All of this is happening. They're running about even lap times with our leader, Welty, though, Joe. The 15 car MK has.
Keith Hughes like to take a higher line that time through turns 1 and 2, maybe trying to pull the tires off and build some momentum up with that Accord. But Tom Musa starting to close in for third in the 23. Tate Dorsey's also just right there. Musa clips the wall on corner entry. Dorsey way up the track. He is getting that car all the way up next to the outside wall through turns 1 and 2.
He is, and I think he's just trying to do the key thing of maybe trying to save those tires running that high line, see if that he can start moving on by these guys so those tires wear in. Oh, we got the 35 of Mike Carroll around in front of the leaders here, and that might be caution here, Joe.
Caution is out here once again. Replay what happened. Going to be contact between the 35 and 27.
So 27 grabs the outside wall and comes back down the track into the 35 who was running ninth. 35 1 lap down, 27 3 laps down. So unfortunately, I don't know if Mike might not actually.
We're not going to get a lucky dog here.
Yeah, he might not get the lucky dog here. I mean, I guess that's up to Tower. I mean, he was involved, but he wasn't, the cause. So We'll see what determination Tower makes on that, but very unfortunate for Mike Carroll, who's been having a very up and down night, but that car's been fast when it's fast.
Folks, remember there's a new episode of the Fake Racers podcast now available on your favorite podcast platforms, as well as over on JTN2. You can go check it out. Myself, Davey Hazard, Matthew Steelman talked about all the action from Kansas this past weekend, breaking storylines across the NASCAR garage, and much, much more. Again, that's the Fake Racers podcast now out over on JTN2 and your favorite podcast platform. Go check it out.
Everyone gonna come down pit road here, Joe, but Tate said 2 tire time last time.
That might be 2 tire time again.
I'm thinking it might be 2 tire time this time.
It didn't work the first 2 times. What makes you think it'll work the third?
Not a lot of laps left here. We're gonna try to be going with presumably 10 laps to go, if not 11 laps to go.
That's gonna make things very interesting for us up here at the booth. It says science, 2
Tate
tires.
gets those 2 tires. Here he comes. Tate Dorsey really wins it off pit road. Here comes the 30. Xavier Brown also taking that gamble. Joe, we got a race on our hands.
MK loses a bunch of spots on pit lane in the 15. A slow stop for the Napa team. It'll be Tate Dorsey leading us back to green. Xavier Brown. Kid Welty, Keith Hughes. Tom Musa, Samuel Cruz, Poby MK. Mike Carroll, Sean Dotson, Mark Snyder. Elsa, we did not talk about Chastain's punch. Did you like Chastain's watermelon punch, Ricky?
Are we calling it that?
No, but that would have been really good. That's the first time I've actually said it out loud.
I do like that watermelon punch. That was funny.
Thank you.
I mean, what you said, but also just that whole thing was funny.
That whole thing was funny.
Of all the times for Noah Gregson to get a fist fight, it's when he's having a bowl cut on a dare. Made it 100 times funnier than it probably should have been. But yeah, I mean, Ross got a pretty good clock in on him.
Mm-hmm. Like Craig said, Allison says he wasn't expecting a punch either. Going back green, we'll be going back green with 10 laps to go. That means it'll be time for our Death Craver 10 to go. When the sun goes down, the lights turn off. All that remains is darkness. Driving at midnight can be a peaceful thing when no one else is around on the road. As we get ready to go back green, I'll read off the rest of it. Dorsey with control. Great flag. We're back underway. In 2043, that isn't always the case, though. Not like these open roads that you're seeing on your screens right now.
Tate is really going to try to keep that car as wide as possible as well to get the inside. Doesn't have the setup on the turn, though. I think it's going to fare well for Tate. See, Xavier Brown just didn't have the tires there that he needed to hang on. Tate Dorsey, Cade Welty side by side here coming into turn 1. Tate still hanging on to it. I think Tate's doing exactly what he needs to, Joe. It's a 23 and Tom Musa goes around from third.
Caution going to be out here as the 23 goes around.
Oh, the 82 Keith uses the run. Oh, and he collects the 13. And the 15's involved. 15 flipping, 35 flipping, 75 flipping. Oh my goodness, Joe. No, nobody else flipped.
We'll read off some more from Zach Rogers' new book, Death Craver, but first, let's get some replays.
Where do you want to start?
It's always good to start at the beginning, right? Start with the 82, because the 82 kind of sets this off by making contact with Tom Musa. We'll follow him. Okay, there goes the 23 down the back. 82 gets into the wall. Caution should already be out, but Xavier Brown just comes in like a wrecking ball.
Well, I think that's what's happening here, because you see them all checking up. But just everyone piles in, Joe. Remember how I was like, oh yeah, I always anticipate at least one flip. I don't anticipate 3 consecutive flips in the same wreck. In the same exact spot on track. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Tate Dorsey, like the smartest man in North Carolina right now, with those 2 tires, because this caution's definitely going to give him some time to kind of run out the timer.
Yeah. Any other replays we need to show, or did we see it? I think we saw it. One more eagle eye style camera, because, oh man, not a good look. Ah. Well, folks, again, let's at least do our ad read here while we're under caution. All right, here we go. Please go check this book out. It's a really good book. When the sun goes down and the lights turn off, all that remains is darkness. Driving at midnight can be a peaceful thing when no one else is on the road, but in 2043, that isn't always the case. When Death Craver and his Darkness Assault Squadron full of murder-driven maniacs are roaming about, they got their lethal weapon systems, futuristic fuels, and cloaking tech. Yeah, you won't see them till it's too late. Zack Rogers' debut novel, Death Craver, is now available on Amazon. You can learn more about Death Craver at his website, ZackRogersBooks.com, along with social media links for Facebook, Twitter, and more. Again, go check that out, ZackRogersBooks.com. Death Craver. And also searched up on Amazon. Again, that was your Death Craver 10 to go, but honestly, Death Craver, we were craving death going down with that big wreck there in turn 3, Ricky.
Craving death, Joe, goodness. It was a wreck. Who says that after a wreck?
We were craving death. Brains on pavement. I don't know. Can I say that? Probably not. Did I? I did.
Our human resources guy is giving you a side eye.
That's fine. Bristol gives me the side eye all the time.
Yeah, that's just like the resting golden retriever face is giving you a side eye.
Pretty much. Tate says it's for science.
Well, Joe, after that incident, as you can see on track, really the only cars that I guess aren't particularly damaged is Tate Dorsey and Cade Welty. Tom Musa looks kind of okay. So this might be a
two-horse race here for the win.
Two-man slugfest, but Tate's really gonna have to get on it. He's gonna have to hit that silver boogie pedal there when Welty is not expecting it on this restart, just to get as much of a drop on him as he can. I think his game here is going to be blocking. Well, not blocking, but just taking away that dominant line, keeping that high line rolling.
Oh, what it is.
Taking all the outside bite away from that 97 car.
Tate Dorsey with control here for the restart. Welty on the outside. Green flag, 4 laps to go here from Rockingham.
You see Dorsey jumps ahead. Welty tried to kind of get close to him, sort of see if he could impede that progress just a little bit, but Tate Dorsey clears him to get that point. Here comes Welty to the inside. They're side by side coming into turn number 3.
Side by side for the lead here. Tom Musa moving through to third. We're going to keep our eyes, though, on this battle for the lead. It's a drag race back to the line. Welty will win that one. 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go here from North Carolina. Rockingham, as they like to call it. These guys are side by side, can't get away from each other. Tom Musa's got to be loving this right now, Joe, because he's just gaining on him quickly.
As those two battle for the lead here, Musa's starting to close the gap in the 23. Welty, though, clears for the lead. 2 laps remain here from Rockingham.
2 laps ago, Tom Musa's going to have to clear that 6 car quick. Tate Dorsey's going to throw it in deep here on that eye line to make it work. I think he's not going to work for him. Tom Musa to the inside. Musa's going to have to work very fast here to catch that 97. Tom Musa dives to the inside, the 6 of Tate Dorsey. Dorsey really up the track, clears him. Coming down to the line, 1 lap to go. Can Cade Welty hang on to it?
Welty with the lead in the 97s. Feels pretty good as they battle for second behind him. Tate Dorsey way up the hill that time through turns 1 and 2. Here comes MK in the 15 looking for the final spot on the podium. Out in front of the field, though, it's Cade Welty in the 97 with clear sailing ahead.
Cade Welty goes in. Tom Musa's trying to get to him, but he's not going to be able to do it. Cade Welty comes down to win here at Rockingham.
MK comes home in third. Like you said, Musa second. Saw Tate Dorsey with a big plunge through the final set of corners, contact the outside wall. But Cade Welty gets a well-deserved victory here tonight in the 97. Sharpie Ford going to victory lane here this evening. a grueling 138 laps of racing from Rockingham. I saw a little bit of everything. Welty gonna come home with a victory. Welty burns it down. We'll move on to our post-race coverage, get interviews with our top 3 finishers, get results for you folks at home. Again, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in. Ricky, I mean, man, oh man, that was a good little show.
That was a good show indeed, Joe. And, man, I hope everyone enjoyed that at home because we had a blast bringing it to you guys.
That race had a little bit of everything. You saw the side-by-side battle at the end where the 4 tires on the 97 ended up prevailing over the 2 of Tate Dorsey. Tate gonna still come home, though, in 4th. So still a good finish for the 6 team after what was an up-and-down night. Cade Welty, though, after leading the most laps here, takes home the victory, finishes the story. And we'll talk with our top 3 finishers here in a moment. But before we do, let's get another word with our friends at AutoSim 2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because AutoSim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim 2's Sim Mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in Owner Mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. And again, folks, AutoSim 2 is now available on the Steam store. Again, you can go check it out. Again, that's AutoSim 2, now available on the Steam store. Let's go ahead and start by talking with our race winner. He's the driver of the number 97 Sharpie Ford. He's your pole sitter. He's your race winner. He leads the most laps. Kate, did I forget anything?
Sorry, what was that?
You just dominated. You just put a shellacking on the field tonight. Does that sum up the night for you in this 97 team?
Well, I mean, it's the second race ever in Mav. We ran Richmond, ran pretty well. We were P4, and then the car was so uneasy there. It just spun out from under me, and I said, I don't really feel like run the rest of those laps. So I left, and then show up tonight and found some really good qualify pace. Little trick at home, everybody. You can just, if you do it right, you can slam it into the third and let the rear tires grip, and that's how you get the speed you got. And then got the short run at the end, which was nice. And we struggled a little bit in the long run. Towards the end, we got damage, and I had to eat up the right front to get through the field. And then we got through the field, and I damaged another car. The right front was toast. So luckily got a caution, and then rest is history, boys.
How tough was this race tonight with, sporadic cautions at the start? Things are really hectic. Then this middle or maybe, second half really up until those last couple of yellows come out. You get those long green flag runs. How hard was it for you to kind of change the focus behind the wheel of, okay, I have a lot of really strong short run speed, and then having to try to go to that longer run speed that you admitted to struggling with?
Honestly, I felt like the car had I felt like we actually had really good long run speed. The problem is it's just so cutthroat that you gotta burn the stuff up to get front, and then we burnt it up a little too much. So after that, we were kind of toast. We did a little undercut, caught a caution, cycled out P4, P3 there, and then just kind of kept chipping away. And It was pretty grueling. I mean, I'm shifting with a stick shift every corner, so I mean, half of the time I'm driving with one hand, so it's just really grueling. But car was fast. It was a fun race and extends the streak of if I'm on pole, I do pretty well. So thanks.
Well, Kate, a fantastic run tonight. Congratulations again on the dominant performance. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. You got a lot of sponsors, a lot of folks in chat cheering you on. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Well, thank you everybody who, of course, believes in me and everything. Cup physics is superior, by the way. Anyone who else says that, NR, sorry. Cup physics are just superior. I want to shout out my boys at the Rogue Energy Cup Series. Those are my boys. Spawn Warrior MSU, great guy on Twitch. If you want to follow him, I'll give him a free plug. I want to thank my buddy Aaron, the 99 car. I really thought he was going to finish P2 there. And he texted me after that wreck where we got collided with each other after he got his second wreck was out. He said, I'm really sorry. Go get him. And I said, I understand. And so shout out to him. He has a lot of speed coming. And then it was a great race. And honestly, I've really enjoyed my time and experience here at Mav. So hopefully we can run some more races. And this is for the Rogue Energy boys. This is for Sparty and everyone. So and Mott, of course. Thank you, Mott. Without y'all, I probably would have never met any of these people. So thanks, Keith, Matt, everyone who runs Mott. Thank you.
Okay, again, congratulations on the win here tonight. Great performance. A pleasure to talk with you. Can't thank you enough for your time, and hope to see you in this 97 team out there more and more as the season goes on.
Thank you.
Cade Welty, driver the number 97, your race winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 23, Tom Musa. Tom, you got a copy?
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Because I don't think we had you written down for a top 3 finish at all.
Nowhere near up there, did you?
How'd you manage to pull those belts tight there at the end to muscle through to a second place run?
Well, I saw the 2 other guys in front of me had damage. We took 4 tires on the last pit stop, and I just gave her, and it stuck, and wasn't able to catch 97, but that's fine. I'll take another second place for Roger.
Another second place, filling in for Roger in this 23. I mean, is it going to make it hard to step out from behind this car eventually, or you know, just tell Roger that you're keeping the keys for it? I mean, what's the dealio there?
No, I got a brand new 04 ready to go. I just got to get on that track when he's got time to be out here.
How hard was this race tonight? Because we saw, tire wear. We saw people losing tires after that long green flag run. How difficult was this race tonight with the tire wear, with the setup? Everyone's obviously got the same thing here in Maverick. How tough was the tire wear and managing the conditions out there on track tonight?
I did a lot of laps last night and figured out that you had to keep a certain pace. Otherwise, if it was a long green flag run, that it'd blow out a front tire. So I just sat back and played my strategy, and they came back to me, and then the yellows came out at the right time. So everything seemed to work out really good.
Well, Tom, again, another strong run for you in this 23 team. Congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, want to give you the opportunity. You got a lot of great partners, sponsors, and the like. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Yeah, Ski Citrus and Roger for letting me drive the car. General Tires, wife for letting me get out here. You guys for broadcasting this. You guys do a great job, and Ben for running a nice league. Glad to be out here.
Well, Tom, again, congratulations on the second place run here tonight. As always, cannot thank you enough for your time, and can't wait to see you hopefully back behind the wheel of the 04, but we don't mind seeing you in the 23 either, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. If the 04 sucks, I'm going to go back in the 23.
There we go. Tom Moose, the driver of the number 23 here tonight. He's still 04 in your hearts. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place finisher, driver, the number 15, Phobia MK. I'm saying that right, Phobia? Or am I?
Well, everybody says the difference. Either Phobia MK or Phobia MK, but I don't care.
Okay.
Everybody calls me Phobia.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right, because my belief is that it's your name. You got to get it right. But a top 3 run here tonight for you in this 15 team. At one point, you had to make an unscheduled pit stop. How were you able to rally back up there and get a podium finish?
Well, to be honest, I this Napa Chevy was really fast all day. I mean, we were going up there and fighting with Cade for the win at one point, but unfortunately, I got involved into a wreck, which really it shut off my motor. When I went to fix it, they just shut off the motor, and I knew that I'm going to be at a disadvantage, so I didn't know what to do at first, but everyone had damage at that point. Everyone was just hitting the wall. Everyone was just getting involved in the wrecks. I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. I can go win. But Kate is just too strong, to be honest.
Well, he was really strong, but you were really strong in this 15. One of the few cars tonight that was able to really make a hard charge. You started back in 10th. You, like we said, finished 3rd, of course. How difficult was it to make passes here tonight with that outside line being so strong?
Oh, actually, it wasn't really difficult at all for me. I just had to set up someone where I could either, read whether they're going to going outside or inside, and that was it. The only problem was that when you're going outside, there's just much less tire wear, and you're able to keep the car, balanced, and you can prevent it from spinning out. And it's way better to be on the outside, because if you have someone behind you or in front of you, you're able to get that draft, and you're just able to really get a run. However, if you are able to just, get a decent run on the inside and pass somebody and then block them, and they don't try to do a switchback, then you could probably pass. But the main problem with passing on the inside is just it really takes away from your tires. At the start of the race, I was just going to the inside. I didn't like the outside at first, and it wrecked my tires. My tires were gone by like lap 10, 20. I was like, oh my God, I need to start doing something. This is not right.
Well, figured it out. Top 3 finish here tonight, Phobia. Again, congratulations on the podium run here tonight with this 15 Napa Chevrolet that looked spectacular. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. A lot of great partners on the car. I know there's a lot of great folks out there in chat cheering you on, or a couple of them were booing you, but you can look for yourself. Don't want to name any names, but the floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
I want to thank my team, Wolfpack Mineral Racing, and Greg Shetner, who is co-owner. I want to thank all the sponsors on my car who gave me this opportunity. I want to thank Napa and Chevy for letting me race, and I want to thank Maverick for even letting me race here.
Well, Phobia, again, congratulations on the podium finish. A pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you after tonight. And again, congratulations, and hope to see more and more runs out here throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Phobia Abke, driver number 15th, your 3rd place finisher here tonight from Rockingham. Ricky, I think does that wrap? Does that put the nice little bow here on Throwback Night?
That does, Joe.
Wow, crazy. Folks, we can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing those things does help support us so much here on JTN. You have no idea how much it does help when you just click that little button. It shows your support for not only us, but also for the Maverick Cup Series. I know there's some inter-league rivalries out there about what videos get the most likes and views. So again, click like, view, share it with your friends. We appreciate it when you do that. It shows your support for the leagues itself, for us here on JTN. We can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in. Remember, the next time we're live is going to be Thursday night from Darlington with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. We got a great slate of action throughout the rest of the week. You have a great slate of action throughout the rest of the month and throughout the rest of the year. So you just want to be subscribed. You can follow us over on all our social media at JoeTowNetwork. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We post reels and shorts and all those things to keep you up to date with some of the highlights of the races. So if you ever miss a broadcast, you can be sure that you won't miss any of the big moments from the race by making sure you're following us on our TikTok, or even just being subscribed to us here on YouTube and going through the YouTube Shorts feed with us here on JTN. We're live again with the Maverick Cup Series in 2 weeks' time from Mid-Ohio. So make sure you tune in for some road course racing again in 2 weeks' time on a Tuesday night. But with all that being said, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for our producer Bristol, for my colleague Ricky Collette, I've been Joe Towanski. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're
Everybody